horrible fighter. Payday, payday. You want payday. I know that.
Watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. See you was on.
Yeah.
As fuck. You don't get it. We gonna show him.
Man.
So let him keep talking that shit. I'm gonna come up to 68 and fuck the whole game up.
Go get that shit.
YouTube is KB with Just Do Boxing, back with another video. So today we got some interesting big news in the world of boxing, man. So it's being reported that newly crowned 168-pound undisputed champion Saul Canelo Alvarez will be possibly challenging Jermall Hitman Charlo around May, targeting around May. And I think that's exciting. That's great news for boxing. And we all know Canelo is coming off his win, being newly crowned undisputed at 168 over, he scored a knockout over, then 21-0 undefeated Caleb Plant. And a great fight where, Caleb Plant showed a lot, and maybe he showed some things that other fighters could exploit against Canelo. He showed a lot of things in there before eventually he was stopped, So I think this fight potentially happened, and it's great for boxing. This is the fight we all been asking for years now. We've been asking for this fight since they were both at 154 pounds. So now it's looking like potentially Charlo is going to move up to super middleweight. And as I stated in the other video, he put a post up on his Instagram story stating, biggest super middleweight in the world. So to me, it's like a little cryptic hidden message saying, alluding to the fact that he got plans on moving to 168, and we all know who's at 168. So not only just a fight with him and Canelo would be a great fight. You got a bunch of those guys you can mix up at 168. Being that Charlo's willing to move up, you got several matchups. The main matchup for me would be Charlo versus Canelo. But then you got Benavidez at 168. You got Caleb Plant coming off a loss. He recently, tagged Jermall Charlo and told him he's being indirect, so he's going to be more direct. And he said he's easy work. Pretty much said Charlo's easy work. Benavidez and Caleb Plant got bad blood as well, so that'd be another interesting matchup. And then, you could just mix it up. You got Benavidez, he don't like Charlo. Charlo don't like Benavidez. Benavidez also wants to fight Canelo. Who don't want to fight the cash cow at 168? But like I said, I think a fight between Charlo and Canelo is long overdue. It's a highly anticipated showdown. I think Charlo definitely deserves his opportunity, and he got a big chance to become undisputed if he's able to knock off the king, Canelo Alvarez, which would be a tough task for sure, because we all know Canelo's a great fighter himself. I just truly believe this is a 50-50 fight. This is why the fans want to see it. It's a pick'em fight. I don't think you wrong either fighter you decide to lean to for whatever reason. They both very skilled athletes, very skilled boxers, both got power. I believe Charlo's more elusive than Canelo, faster on his feet. Canelo got slow feet, but quick hands, fast hands. And he has, since that loss to Floyd, all those years ago, I think he's improved on his defense, mainly like upper body movement and head movement as well. So, he's not exactly been the easiest to hit, but, like I said, Caleb Plant showed some holes and some things that I think a fighter with Charlo's skill set will be able to exploit. And we all know what Canelo brings to the table. Like I said, fast hands, combinations. But lately, to me, it seems like he's been even more selective with his punch output. which I think if he takes an approach like that with Charlo, and because it seems like sometimes he just banking on his power, and that's just, maybe I could be wrong, that's the way I watch it sometimes. It's like he don't mind giving up a couple rounds if he eventually gonna catch you with that big shot. And that, maybe I could be wrong, maybe y'all disagree, y'all get in the comment section, let me know. But I think that's the way his approach is to some fights. You know, like you look at the fight with Canelo versus Amir Khan. You know, if we're being honest, he pretty much was losing every one of those rounds until he caught, you know, Khan with that big overhand and, you know, turned his lights out. And, you know, since that fight, you know, I've been noticing, you know, that's been his approach. It seems to be for some of these fights. You know, he don't mind giving up a couple rounds and landing a big shot here or there until he wears you down, gets you out of there. But I think with a fighter like Jermall Charlo and with the skills that he possesses, I think that would be a bad strategy and a bad game plan, in my opinion. But we all know, you know, strategies tend to change fight to fight. But, you know, in several fights I've seen this kind of approach from Canelo, where he's kind of just getting through the rounds and he's cool landing the big shots if he, you know, he feel like he can get you out of there. And that's just how I see it. So I think that's just something else that makes this fight more entertaining. You know, Canelo's 57, 1-2, 39 KOs, 5'8", 70.5-inch reach. You know, Charlo, and he's 31. Charlo's 31 as well, 6 feet, 74-inch reach, 32-0, 22 KOs, 2 division champ. You know, he held the belt at 154, and he's currently the WBC middleweight champion. But if he's looking to challenge Canelo, he's going to jump up to 168 and challenge him there. And like I said, it's being targeted for around May. They were saying Cinco de Mayo weekend, maybe. So nothing is etched in stone, but it's definitely being reported. So I had to come give y'all my thoughts on this fight. It's exciting news for boxing. Like I said, this is something that we all need. You know, it's time for the best to just simply fight the best. And not just Canelo and Charlo, but, you know, everybody in any weight class, all fighters in all weight classes need to step in there with the best, especially if they're champions. And I think Canelo versus Charlo will be a step in that direction. You know, maybe we'll have a newly crowned king, or, you know, maybe Canelo will have another win under his belt. You know, it remains to be seen. That's what makes this fight worth watching and worth making. You know, I think this is a fight that fans definitely want and deserve. I know the numbers are going to do well, and I believe we get a great fight if they make this fight in May. And I say it goes to the full distance, the full 12 rounds. I'm not picking a winner yet. Maybe I'll change my tune come closer if they actually make this fight the schedule for sure. Maybe I'll come back, make another video about who I think will win. But right now, just being fair to both fighters, Charlo being undefeated still, he don't know how to lose yet. So you never seen him do it. So, you know, you got people arguing maybe he lost his last fight, but I think that's nonsense. Like I said, his last fight against Juan Montiel was very competitive, but the right man won, and he hurt that guy several times. So on to the next, and I think him fighting Canelo is the fight that he needs to take his career to the next level. I truly believe that, and hopefully he takes this fight. He said, he confirmed that, you know, an offer was sent, you know, to him from Canelo's team, and he had to, you know, look it over, talk it over with his team. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports. You know, that's where I got that from. So shout out to him. You know, but he said, you know, him and his team is going, you know, talk it over and come up with a decision. And like I said, hopefully he takes this fight. There's no reason for him not to take the fight. I know the money is going to be right, so you know, it's going to be his biggest payday. You know, if you're fighting Canelo, you can get your biggest payday. So I don't think money should be an issue at all. So hopefully they able to come to terms and agree, sign on the dotted line, and we get this fight in May. That'd be a great start for, you know, for 2022, and I think it's something that fans deserve. So that's my thoughts on the matter. Get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and always, as always, get in that comment section and let me know if I gave Jermall Charlo And Saul Canelo Alvarez, they're Just Do. That's what I like to do over here at Just Do Boxing. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.